Jeopardy fans have been asking themselves one question lately. Well, actually, they ask a lot of questions. I guess that's the whole show. But they've been wondering who will take a permanent position behind the podium made so iconic by late host Alex Trebek. Now, it's impossible to replace Alex. I mean, the man is an absolute legend, and I cried during his final episode. But he wanted Jeopardy to go on without him, so the impossible task remains of picking his successor. It's like the Iron Throne on Game of Thrones, except I'm sure everyone is very professional and good at trivia. But let's talk about the latest on the search for the permanent Jeopardy host. I'm Anna Rumer, and this is PopCulture Social Call. When Alex passed away in November following a battle with pancreatic cancer, a hole was left not only in all of our hearts, but in the Jeopardy world altogether. Right off the bat, the game show brought in Ken Jennings to take over for Alex temporarily. You know, the guy who won 74 games back-to-back in 2004 and then took home the greatest of all time title. People speculated that he was basically auditioning to replace Trebek, but then the game show announced that while they figured out how to proceed long-term, they would bring in a bunch of celebrity guest hosts who would step behind the podium for a week. In a very cool move from the producers, at the end of the week, a donation is made to a charity of each guest host choice equal to the winnings of all the contestants who compete while they're hosting. This is like the classiest show on TV. Can we just recognize that? Jennings was followed up by Mike Richards, the executive producer of Jeopardy, and it was fun to see him come out from behind the camera and do his best Alex impression. We then had Katie Couric, who was the first woman to host Jeopardy ever. I mean, who else? And Dr. Oz, whose guest hosting was actually super controversial. More than 500 past contestants signed this open letter about how disappointed they were that Dr. Oz was picked to host, saying he's legitimized gay conversion therapy, quote-unquote cures for autism, and even spread dangerous COVID misinformation. Luckily, his stint was just a week, and he was followed up by Aaron Rodgers. Maybe this was unfair of me, but I was super surprised at how well the Packers quarterback did. He even had a cute little sports moment with the contestants.
Westerners earned 5 NFL championship trophies. Green Bay Packers?
Hosting right now is Anderson Cooper, who is maybe my favorite so far, but I'm probably biased because he's one of my favorite people in general and has the cutest baby in the world. Unless you're watching this with a baby, in which case they're totally the cutest. We have Bill Whitaker from May 3rd to 14th after Anderson's stint wraps up April 30th, and Mayim Bialik from May 31st to June 11th. Dr. Sanjay Gupta is also on the list to host, as is Savannah Guthrie, but they're TBD on the schedule. It's like they're busy or something. When it comes to a permanent host of Jeopardy, LeVar Burton is actively campaigning for the gig, and he's got a ton of support, and a Change.org petition. From my childhood on Reading Rainbow to my adulthood on Jeopardy, that arc is a little too good for me to pass up. Maybe I'll jump on board too. They start taping the next full season at the end of July, so we'll probably know before then. But let me know in the comments who you're rooting for. No, you can't nominate me, but thank you. I am so touched. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumer, and this is PopCulture Social Call.